Hello, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a love reading for the collective. Um, I felt called to come on here and tap into the energy of some type of connection. I don't really know what connection we're going to get into, but I guess more information will come as the reading gets deeper. It's for the collective, so it doesn't matter what your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is. However, I'm sure specific signs will come through in the reading, kind of let you know if this situation is talking to you or speaking to your connection that's on your mind. I think I'm going to pull from as many of the love decks as I have to kind of just do a deep dive and see what needs to come through for you. Um, the reading is timeless, so at any time that you come across this video and want to watch it, maybe it's going to connect with you at a later time. We have clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Okay. So I feel like maybe you could be getting some answers about a specific connection in your life. I feel like we are talking about a twin flame connection. We have the signifier 1111 here. This could be something that you're seeing in the form of a symbolism or synchronicity. It says 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. Now, the topic of twin flames is diverse. My belief is that there are these special twin flame soul connections that exist. We are not always meant to connect and go into forever union with the twin, because the connection, the journey is more about getting in touch with your higher self and becoming all that you're meant to be here in this timeline, in this lifetime for you. But I feel like we're talking about a connection like that, whether it is coming into union or whether it is existing in this timeline on a different frequency, right? The twin flame connection can be so intense, it can become so convoluted that it's complicated. It just doesn't make sense to work out in this lifetime. Or the runner chaser dynamic can lead to where like the runner is running, and so there is no 3D connection here, but it still felt very spiritually, and coming together is a whole nother thing. So it's different situations, right? We are tapping into the energy of the collective. There may be a part of this reading that connects with every single person who watches it, but in a different way, again on a different timeline. Deeply look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. So just as important as it is to pay attention to how a person treats you, it's also important, just as important, how you treat yourself, and how you treat your person, right? Because oftentimes we can find ourselves a matching energy. If that's how you're going to do me, I'm going to do you the same way. And then you become the exact person that you don't like. And that's seen a lot in the twin flame connections. The 1111 is like speaking to the mirroring energy of the connection, where like you meet this person, you could have like mirroring childhoods, went through similar things, or like you're the same person split into two bodies, right? That's like the basic concept of the connection. So you kind of go through stuff that they go through. It may not be at the exact same time, but it's kind of like, okay, for example, you went through a difficult relationship. I went through a difficult relationship. It changed me. It shaped me. It made me hit rock bottom. It made me, become aware. And, I feel like whatever this particular connection is, it really made you reflect deeply, like it touched your soul. Um, it's very important to shaping who you're going to be here in this lifetime. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationship. So I feel like with this 1111 card here and the openness card, I feel like the divine is speaking to you. The imagery here, it looks like a person reading the Bible. So I feel like maybe there are messages for you in the Bible, in sermons. I listen to sermons a lot. I listen to a lot of different things. Like, I'm not just reading the Bible. there's another book. I'm not gonna butcher the name, but it's like Hindu scripture. And there are so many other teachings, Buddhism and all that stuff, that like I feel like there's a little bit of something in all of them. So I'm exploring, and I feel like messages may be out there for you in book, in written text, in the form of some type of religion, because the garment that this person is wearing in this card is giving me like monk, you know? It's making me think of that religion. And I feel like it's, Spirit is saying to like be open to different wisdom coming to you in different ways from different sources. And seeing angel numbers is like a sign. We always want to know, what does it mean? But at the very basic level of it, it means that the divine is trying to communicate with you. What they're trying to communicate is not as important as the fact that the divine is communicating, right? Because sometimes the divine communicates and it's not always what you want to hear. What if the divine communicates and tell you that you and this person are not going to be together in this lifetime? Do you prolong the journey, fight against that, and be like, no, that's not for me, even though the divine is communicating with you? I think it's important to trust the way that the divine communicates with you and honor it. I believe that the higher power knows best. So I feel like Spirit is saying to pay close attention to what's happening on a spiritual level in your life. That contains more answers than what's happening in the 3D. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We're talking about a very important, significant connection here. The card flew. The World card is the overall energy. The World card talks about reaching the end of the journey, the Fool's journey in tarot, graduating, accomplishing. Right before you reach the World card, you're in judgment energy, you're reflecting on everything that you've been through, and you're making a decision. Okay, this is who I'm gonna be after whatever it is that I've been through. A long journey, maybe a painful journey for a lot of you, or maybe just a crazy journey, an overwhelming one. And I feel like you're getting into the energy of understanding why, or understanding what it is you need to know at this time. We have the Emperor here, so we could be talking about the divine masculine. So maybe the divine masculine is coming into this deep awareness and opening themselves up to the possibility of what this connection could be, what it could do for them, what it could teach them. I feel like the divine masculine energy in this connection with the Emperor card coming through here is getting a lot of revelations, and could be having some regrets, could be saying some prayers. I'm feeling a very strong spiritual energy here. Definitely, I feel like planning to do something about their life, about their situation, about something. I'm trying to listen to my guidance in which direction to go, or like what deck to pull from next as I go through this reading. So I don't really have a plan in my head, but let's just go with the flow. I feel like there's an important lesson here, and I feel like it's being mastered, so that's good news. The Emperor is usually an energy of a person who takes charge, who like takes action. So it's telling me that someone could be taking action. I feel like someone feels accomplished. And when you feel accomplished, like, you know, the energy of graduation day, or, you know, where like all of that is behind you now. You are excited for the new beginning, the new energy that's entering your life. It's like all the possibilities are there for you to choose from. which direction you want to go, what you want to do. And you don't know what the next part of your life holds, but you're hoping, you're hopeful, you're positive, and hoping for the best. I feel like that's the energy that we're currently in right now. And now I'm looking at this clarity card again, and it says, take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. The symbolism of the chessboard here always makes me think of the word strategic. Like, really planning out your move, planning out your words, you know, studying or like getting the knowledge that you need in order to move forward. And then not only that, but like kind of chewing on it, sitting with it, meditating on it, and then taking action so that your action can be very successful. I feel like that's the energy of the divine now. Divine masculine, I'm sorry. May have been grieving, because this person's crying over a casket. So they may have been grieving an actual death in the family already happened. Or this is just grieving the old self, you know, because the Five of Cups typically represents an energy of regret, right? That's like what the card stands for: regret, sadness, sorrow. But, and then what? Like, there has to be more to it than that, because that's not an energy you can sit in forever or even want to sit in forever. So regret, yeah, but there's still hope. Typically in the tarot, it's like 3 cups spilled over, 2 cups standing, which symbolizes that there's still a chance out there. And I feel like it's a strong energy of hope here with the Star card at the bottom of the deck. We have Aquarius energy with the Star card, Aries energy with the Emperor. Let's see what else we can get. We have the 8 of Cups. So walking away from something that was no longer fulfilling, whether it is this, whether it's saying the divine masculine has had to make this choice. Feeling a little tongue-tied. Because I'm feeling the energy of like traveling, going a far away distance, or like moving a great distance. Yeah, traveling is here with the Chariot card. The Eight of Cups also shows like the image of somebody walking away, so it's movement. So I feel like somebody's like deciding what to do next in their life, ready for some changes. But it comes with a great cost. I feel like it comes with, I feel like, the ending of a very serious connection or relationship. Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I typically read it as like the person that your person is committed to. So let's say it's you. Y'all are in a relationship, a physical relationship, a 3D relationship, sharing days together, under the same roof possibly, talking on the phone every day, spending money on each other, like actually living together, or living as a part of each other's lives, even if it's long distance, right? But I feel like there's a fracture in a committed relationship. So if we're talking about the divine masculine committing elsewhere, let's just say ideally to, right, the divine masculine, the Emperor energy is supposed to be connected to the Empress. The Queen of Pentacles is not the Empress. The Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles. But there's something to say about this person, because they're thoughtful, they are serious, they are also represented by nurturing energy. So maybe this is someone who shows affection to this divine masculine, but I'm seeing it as like a ending of this connection. So there is sadness and regret there. So you think that just because a person knows you're their person and they want to come toward you, right? ideally, that's what the twin flame journey is. I connected with this person. They know that they're for me. They typically go off and be with a karmic. That's how the story goes. And they're supposed to come back to me. And we're supposed to live happily ever after. So I see a relationship ending, but they were in a relationship with this person. It's not going to be like clean cut ending. It's over. I'm done. Yes, they're hopeful for a future toward whatever way that they're going, whatever direction they're going in, whether that's toward you, whether that's toward being single, just being free, just taking some time to learn about themselves or connect with themselves or connect with the divine or whatever. It's still this energy of like mourning what I left behind. Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this person is coming with an offer toward you. There's a deep connection here. We have Pisces energy showing up as well. It's a deep connection. It's felt deeply, right? That's what the cards are saying. Now we have counterparts here. King of Pentacles. Okay, seeing it in a different way now. We have the World card here. Two of Cups. I see a relationship coming together. I feel like respect is underneath here. Respect your relationships. Maybe this person is waiting to, you know, cross all their T's, dot all their I's. Maybe. Because I feel like they want to come toward you in a very honorable way. Like they want to respect you. They want to respect the person they were with. They don't want it to be messy. They don't want it to be a situation where, like, for example, maybe they have kids with someone, or they have a business with someone, or they have some type of serious, like they're connected to their family in some way, or you know what I mean? So they don't want it to end badly to where they can't continue that aspect of their life, continue running their business, or continue being a part of the family, or whatever the case may be. I feel like this person wants it to be clean cut, be honorable. Now, I know that it's a lot of controversy around a person staying in touch with an ex and ex's family, or whatever the case may be. It's a sticky situation. However, it happens. Stuff like that happens. Relationships can get complicated, right? If you're close to a certain family member in your ex's life and you want to maintain that relationship, but you're no longer with your ex-partner, it can be complicated. So I feel like it might be something like that going on here with this respect your relationships card. Let's see what the situation is, because I don't know. I don't quite know yet, but I definitely see something ending, someone walking away from something. Spirit wants you to use your intuition, to be open to accepting divine guidance, right? And to seek out answers if you need to. See, heartbroken is here. It says deeply hurt and sad, feeling loss, grieving, and despair in a breakup. So, yeah, ending a relationship is still feeling some type of way about it, really. And I feel that people need to be given their time to grieve. I think it's fair to allow a person some time to really let something go, because if they feel these emotions and they are not working through them and getting over them because they're running from them, avoiding them, you know, sometimes we run from the pain caused to us in a certain relationship and just hop into another one so that we don't have to sit in that energy of loneliness. But I feel like in this case, it's good to grieve. It's good to sit in that energy of loneliness. And in that time frame, ideally what happens is that you grow, you learn, you work on yourself, you get your money up, and you figure out your next move as far as your life goes, your individuality. And then when you are in a better, healthier space, you pursue another connection if that's what you feel called to do. But if you don't address those emotions, they can bubble back up. You didn't deal with it. You jumped in another relationship. Your ex calls you in 2 weeks. You picking up the phone because you want to explore what was unfinished. Death. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What is dead is dead. So this is making me feel like, yeah, this divine masculine wants to do things the right way, wants to make sure there's no lingering feelings there. The relationship is done. It's over with. It ain't no going back. Because I feel like they are very positive about another relationship that's important here. I feel like they want to move towards it. That's the World card, the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Swords. This is a divinely guided situation here with the Wheel card. Water sign energy is out here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Healing heart, backstabbing. So somebody was really hurt here with the Ten of Swords. Someone was hurt. Usually the Ten of Swords is betrayal. There's really no other way around it. It's hurtful. It's painful. This backstabbing card says heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, and a shocking attack. Like it came out of nowhere to something. So someone could have been caught doing something. So you have healing heartbreak here, healing heart, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, and an abusive relationship. Mentally, physically, verbally, in some kind of way. I feel like maybe we're speaking about a connection that had gotten gradually worse over time. At first it was one thing, then there was a time period where it was nothing happening, and then another thing happened. But then like lately, towards the end of this, I feel like things have been happening back to back to back. Multiple offenses. It became overwhelming and too much. So yes, here we go. Cutting ties, moving on, receiving what you need, progression, and arriving. Progression is the perfect energy for this relationship because not only are you moving forward, but you are progressing and moving on. Getting the things that you need and getting the partner that you need. The hardest thing for us to wrap our mind around is that if a relationship didn't work out, that maybe we need to do it over or get a chance to do it right. But sometimes it doesn't work out because there's something much better in store for you. That is typically the case. But that also comes to who you show up as in your next relationship. Mask. Hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight, and personify. So it's like somebody was pretending to be something that they were not. Someone was self-sabotaging in this connection. Sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repairing. I feel like someone has to kind of like rebuild their confidence, rebuild their life or lifestyle. This is interesting because these are not positive energies. I mean, healing your heart, of course, is great, but hiding and backstabbing and something ending that you have to move on from, it's tough. It feels tough. It feels a little heavy. heartbreak is here again. Hurt, betrayal, grief, disappointment, change, growth, metamorphosis, cycle, regeneration, and roll the dice. Take a chance, a risk, leap of faith, strategy. Strategy is here. So someone's changing after heartbreak. And I feel like the heartbreak was caused by, let's just say, a karmic energy. The divine masculine got hurt really bad in this situation, was betrayed, was lied to, was gaslit, but is progressing, is growing, and is changing. So that's good news. Travel is here. So yeah, we talked about a distance earlier, but boundaries is also on this card. So I feel like because there's this uncertainty, as there should be when this person is trying to come back in your life, realizing, because I saw the grass card in there, because grass is not green on the other side, realizing the grass was not green on the other side. Not necessarily saying in every case this is somebody who left you for somebody else and then got their heart broke, but y'all were not together. Or maybe this is their karma because of what they did to you. But however it plays out, there's a person who's changing from heartbreak here. And changing for the better, changing in a positive way, moving in a positive direction. So that's very good. Now let's get some message cards. What does this person want to say to the viewer? Distance again. The gap between us keeps growing further apart, and I don't know how to close it. So I feel like it may have been a very long time since you talked to or heard from this person, saw this person, since you've been involved in each other's lives or energy. Can we just test the waters first? I feel like there's a hesitancy on your part where you don't know if you should trust this person, if you can trust this person. Dance. Neither of us are admitting our true feelings. Who's going to make the move first? I feel like for whoever this reading is for, you kind of been feeling this person about to approach you in your intuition. But the intuition feels very strong. Spiritual. I know you're spiritual, but I'm not. I don't feel open to the same things as you. Openness came out, right? And again, it's the energy of a person reading the Bible. So maybe in the past with you, they were not very spiritual or religious or whatever the case may be. Or maybe they were very rigid in their way of thinking when it comes to, because I know in the culture that I grew up in, there was one religion and it was law. It really was. And because I grew up in that culture, of course, that religion plays a very big part in who I am and what I believe. But I feel that it's helping me to be able to speak towards the energy of being open-minded toward the will of the divine, I guess is the best way to put it. So I feel like that's the energy of you or of your person. They are becoming more open. Maybe back in the day when y'all had your first little situation or last situation, that it was you were the very spiritual religious one, and this person may be coming around and showing you a side of them where they are now very spiritual and or religious. Fair came out. I'm trying to do the right thing for all involved. I feel obligated to make everyone happy. So I feel like this is speaking to the energy where this person doesn't want to leave with messy strings still attached. You know what I mean? They want a clean slate. They want to make sure that everybody involved in the situation is good. They're mature, or at least they're coming through or coming back around as someone who's very mature, because the King of Pentacles is like the very mature king. Very serious, very sure about what it is they want, very loyal, down to earth, and they don't want conflict, they don't want chaos. They want to live like a nice, successful, quiet life. And this person, I feel they're mature and they're wise. That's who they are. That's who they're becoming. Awake. I see the error of my ways. Life has been tough recently, but I've learned a lot. So that's perfectly speaking to it. I really don't want to keep going and, complicate the energy, because I feel like that's a very straightforward message. I think we got what we need to have gotten from this. So I'm going to wrap up with Messages of Love Oracle card. What does the collective need to know? Strictly sexual, Jesus. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And I don't think that it's speaking to the connection that they are coming towards. I feel like that was the state of the relationship that they are leaving, that ended, right? Because I feel like with betrayal, this person may have cheated or gotten involved in a sexual relationship with someone else. But you know that saying, like, how you met them is how you're going to lose them, or how you met them is how you're going to keep them. I think both of those ways is the saying, but I feel like both apply here. So I feel like they met someone. It was very sexual in nature, very like lust driven. It was not deep. It was not spiritual. It was not pulling at any heart or soul strings here. But then they got wrapped up in this situation, and then the person that they were involved with was doing their thing and got wrapped up in another lustful, very strictly sexual type of relationship, and it betrayed or hurt, caused heartbreak to this person. You have acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. So they had to go through that to learn, to grow, to change. Everything will unfold in divine timing. So this is about something that's coming together, of course, in the timing that it's meant to. I was going to read, get a timing card, but I feel like that's telling me everything will unfold when it needs to unfold. There's not really a specific timeline here, but things are progressing and heading in the right direction. Right, so I hope that this reading has been helpful for you guys. Any information you need about me is in the description box. Take care.